Hello guys, this is Hassan Abdel Salam from Get Inform, your instructor for 3ds Max 2018 Essential course. Today we'll be talking about making modern sofa L shape from box modeling or editable poly and using mesh smooth. First, here I started with 3 shapes to compare about if how you started with one of these, how you can manage your model. First, I will select our 3 objects and convert to editable poly. This will not mean that they will be one object. On the contrary, only every object will be editable poly by itself. I will start by this box and will try to make my L shape like this. I planned about my segments. The dimension is 3 meters, 1 meter, 3 meters, 2 meters here. And also in this plane 3 meters, 2 meters. So here I want this L shape to start from here to be like this. So I will try to delete these. Okay. Okay, select and delete. Here I have this gap. I will try to select border sub-object and border sub-object I'll try to cap, and here is our problem, the using cap while we have opening in all 3 dimensions. Control Z. This problem, Alt Q to isolate selection. This problem occurs when we try to cap opening with 3 dimensions. When I have my opening here, if I have this portion only, the opened one, this will be opened in Z axis and Y axis. Okay, this can be capped correctly, but in this 3-dimensional opening, cap will not be done properly. So I can select edge and maybe this one, this edge and this edge, and try to bridge between them. After this I can continue with bridging between edges or select border and cap, and the cap will act correctly. So this in case you started with a large geometry, but it is better always to adding geometry to work with this rule. Adding geometry is always easier than subtracting, because in this case, a case like this one, it is more easier to select one polygon and extrude for 1 meter if you want or more, and this will be more easier. In this case, it's normal to delete my polygons, but if you try to extrude your polygons, you will find the object or the plane object is empty from downside. So while when you deal with planar objects and want to make thickness, put shell modifier and the shell modifier will give thickness, and after this convert to editable poly or add edit poly modifier. But beware, when I want to control this point is related to this editable poly, not this one, because this one only has the ground plane, the old one, before making thickness, and after we made thickness and edit poly, so we have this one. Okay, so go to the normal mode again. I will delete this one, I will delete this one, I will work with this one. Okay, so I will start for my sofa. I want to make my back seat, my back of the sofa. So from here until the end. Okay, so I will select Shift to make ring selection. Okay, to select all parallel edges, and I will connect this one, and for example make it 60, and select this edge, Shift, this will make the ring selection, and connect, same 60. So now I can go to polygon, sub object, and extrude. Of course this will be too high, another 20 for the back, and maybe 40, maybe 0.4. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, if you want your model to look correctly or accurate in the lighting, so you don't have to have sharp edges like this. So we will use the mesh smooth modifier in order to get these edges smooth. And let's check this modifier, mesh smooth, and I will increase iterations, for example, to be 3 iterations. Okay, as you see now, the mesh smooth modifier is smoothing very well, but my sofa shape is not the shape I want, so I will go back to Editable poly to edit. So the important rule with mesh smooth or smoothing modifiers is that the one edge will be curved by default. In order to reduce this effect to edges, I will add another edge beside it, or another edge up and another edge down, or right and left. So I will give you an example here. I will select this part, Shift selection to give me ring. Shift is not working. Ring. Okay. This one. Ring. That's right. And connect. Every time you use connect, try to make it all values 0, unless you want the old value, because it keeps our old values. So I will now make 2, and I will press show end result to check what my edges will how my edges will affect my sofa. So this part is without edges, and this part have 2 edges. Okay, So if I try to make these new edges closer to the original one, it will be more sharp like this. In this mode, I have the gizmo or the orange box, okay, that will represent my geometry, my editable poly without smoothing, and I have the show end result effect showing me the end result, so I can work with both modes. I prefer to work with this one. Okay, so here I follow the yellow one because the yellow one is this red one in this mode. When I come to 95, show end result, it is here, so I will try to make it maybe 90. I don't want to be like this, or 85. It's proportional. And okay, another thing to bear in mind is that I prefer to make all segments continuous, and this for now. Don't cut, don't come here and select these three or whatever and connect between them, and it will be okay. For the beginning, try to make ring selection, connect. It will keep the same value. I want the same value, and right, so click here. So this one is like this one, nice and clean. I'll come here also, shift sometimes doesn't work. Ring, connect, and eventually check each time about what you did. So here I have this corner edge, and I have this corner edge, so I will select the one between them and ring selection, connect. Here maybe 95, and check this one, nice, and this one, because here I have this edge, I have one below, I will add one above. Ring, connect. I will repeat now this process, but as I told you, as a beginner, this is better way to make all edges continuous. After this, you will know how to manage your segments. Ring, again, connect. Here in the back, ring, let's check. I will need one here, ring, connect. Here I don't need, so you have if you make two, okay, and select this one and control backspace. I forgot this one. So now I have my sofa, basic L-shaped sofa, nice and clean. I will try to make my setting part. Let's begin by making box. Make the height to be, for example, 20. Okay, maybe 0.8. By 1. We will adjust later, okay, but for now this will be enough. Here I'll start by adding segments, convert to editable poly, and add mesh smooth modifier, 2 or 3 iterations, and only I will adjust my vertices, select these 2 rows and scale down to be like this, and in this part scale down to make it like this, and maybe here, I don't know, we need 1 for backspace, so I will move this one to be in the center here, and go to this polygon. This polygon, actually it will be this one, and try to move it a little bit above, just to make this bumpy shape. Okay, maybe we'll try to reduce this a little bit. Copy. Instance maybe 2. This one here. I can scale while I'm in instance mode. Maybe okay. And we are done. Okay, thank you so much guys. I hope you get useful information from this tutorial, and see you next time. Thank you.